Billie Eilish, welcome to the Hot Hits.
Thank you for having me.
It is such a joy to have you here in this moment. I want to know for you, because I still remember listening to Hit Me Hard and Soft for the first time. For some reason, I was cleaning the mold on the ceiling of my old house. I've moved out of that place now. We were getting a bit sick. But I still remember the feeling, especially when you get to that point in The Greatest. And I just remember the feeling of being like, she has arrived.
Oh my God.
I want to know for you what you feel like you've learned since that album came out, both from the reception and from doing the touring as well.
My God. What I've learned. Is that a jet ski? I'm really excited about jet skis now. Sorry, I just got distracted. I went on one for the first time the other day and I got really excited.
They're a good
Okay,
time.
sorry.
Yeah.
What I've learned, God, I mean, I've definitely learned that I never have any idea what people are gonna like or not like, because and it's kind of nice though, because I feel like in the making of this album I had a couple moments of like, they're not gonna like it, people aren't gonna like it, it's not good enough, and what if it's not, universal, and then I gave it up and I thought, you know what, I don't care at all, actually, is the truth. And I am not making this for anyone but myself. And Phineas and I have this thing that we've said before, that this album, like, we kind of made it as if we made the same album we would have made if somebody had said, like, no one's ever gonna hear this album. It's just for you. Like, just make whatever you guys wanna make, never gonna be heard. And I feel really proud that we did that instead of trying to please anything else. But I definitely, we were in the label meetings and I was like, is it really bad? Like, I love it more than anything, but y'all might hate it. I don't know. And I feel like a big thing I learned was I never know what anybody's gonna fucking think of what I do. I'm just like, hope they like it. I love it. And they love it. I mean, people love it. And that is crazy to me. And I just I feel so endlessly lucky and grateful and relieved that people like it.
Well, Billie, I will say that your music literally heals the little girl inside of me. And I think it's so amazing that young people now have a pop star like you who they can genuinely look up to. Your music is so real. You have such a beautiful message.
Thank you.
In every element of you. You are just incredible.
Thanks.
Do you think that's kind of why your fan base is, they are one of the most passionate fan bases
I know.
in the
They're
world.
Intense. I know. Sure. I feel like I can't be the one to decide why they're so the way they are. I think that I can only kind of hear what I am told and take that as what it is. But I don't know. I think that their passion, I don't know what it comes from, but it's amazing.
I think it's they identify with you and in your realness and your words and your messaging.
They remind me of myself. The way that they're, even in the ways that they're so intense that I'm like, guys, I'm like, it's very me.
Same, bitch.
It's very me. Yeah. I don't know. They're so raw and they're so themselves and they're so, the amazing thing about fans is the passion. And all fans, in all fandoms, the way that they would and will and do fight for the things that they're passionate about, it's really beautiful and it's powerful. And I think we underestimate how powerful it actually is and how big of an impact we have and also they have. I don't even think they realize how powerful they are within themselves and within, the culture,
I think for so long we've underestimated particularly the power of young women in driving pop music forward.
Big time.
Exactly. And I think one blueprint that this record and this era for you has set is when the fans basically all rallied around Birds and were like, this is our song.
Yeah.
This is going to be the song. And then it becomes literally, would you say your biggest hit
I guess,
ever now?
I guess. Sorry.
Do you reckon, and I'm sure there are other people around you that are kind of doing similar things, but it feels like that was the blueprint for a new era of pop for me in the last few years, and that it's a fan-driven pop, and that it's that passion is really what's driving it forward.
Yeah.
Do you feel like in the last few years, and even since Hit Me Hard and Soft came out, the culture around pop music has changed a little bit?
I think it's changing constantly. And I'm interested in the fact that Birds has become what it has become, because I really, honestly, of all the songs on the album, I kind of felt like that was one that would potentially be seen as a hit or whatever, but I wasn't sure, and I'm fascinated by it, and I'm like, wonder, I don't know, what people love about it so much. I love it too, but it's like the same thing, like what I was just saying. It's fascinating what people are gravitated towards and connect to, and that's so nice. Thanks for saying that.
100%.
What do you think the next 12 months is going to look like for you? Are you going to try and find some balance? Are you going to get back into the studio? What are we thinking?
Yeah, definitely getting back into the studio and doing stuff, and also, next 12 months, I mean, I definitely have lots of tour to do, and probably more than I'm even scheduled for that's going to come, which I'm excited about. I feel like I've really made it into something really fun and enjoyable, where it's not always been that way. I've really suffered on tour, and I feel like it's gotten to be really, really enjoyable. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. Yeah.
So glad.
Same.
Just very quickly before we wrap up, it's my birthday in 2 days.
Oh my God.
And 5 years ago to the day today, I met Bianca Del Rio from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Wow.
And she gave me some life advice for my 30th year. What is your life advice as a 23-year-old for my 35th birthday?
Whoa. God. Oh my God.
What can you teach me?
No
Giving you
pressure.
advice. Life advice. God, oh my God. Girl, 35, huh?
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah,
What is that? What's the date of that?
27th of Feb.
What the hell? It's February.
Feb.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my advice would be, I feel like the thing that has helped me the most in my whole life, it's kind of annoying, but is just patience.
Oh, I needed that.
I know. It's hard. And I don't have a lot of patience just in general, but I really mean not necessarily in little situations. I mean that too, but more like in your, like the larger scheme of things, and how things can feel really big and intense, and like that's it forever. Like when you're in that kind of weird place of like, this is it, this is all I'm ever gonna feel, and I'm stuck here forever, and nothing's ever gonna change, even if it's good or bad. Like sometimes you feel like that when things are good, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy forever.
Yeah.
And vice versa. I think it's really important, especially when you're feeling those dark things, and I hope you aren't, but when you are, it's really good to just be like, just patience, time. I mean, they classic tale as old as time heals all,
Yeah.
And it's
Yes,
true.
It does.
It really does. Time is so special, and also like trying to be, grateful for the lives that we have and the things that we have, and I don't know.
That's
Hopefully
perfect.
that's
That's
helpful
so
for your
good.
35th year.
Thank you.
I'll take that as well. Thank
Okay,
you
good.
so
Yeah,
much,
do.
Billie, for your time.
Of course.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
Really appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so